YouTube. My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I am documenting my journey towards debt freedom in hopes to build wealth and retire early or possibly become work independent. If you are new here, thank you so very much for clicking on this video. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so very much for coming back. For all the new subscribers, thank you so very much for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot. And to all my subscribers, your support is so very much appreciated. If you are new to this channel, just a very quick recap. I started my journey, or restarted my journey in January 2020 with over $335,000 worth of debt, which included 4 credit cards, 2 mortgages, 6 figures worth of student loan debt, and a dog named Charlie. Just to bring you up to date, thus far I have paid off a little over $11,000, which basically is just getting rid of all my credit card debt, and I do pay extra mortgage principal payments. So my current target debt is my dog named Charlie that has a balance of $2108, and my goal is to have that paid off by the end of June. And the target debt after that will be a 401k loan that is currently sitting at a balance of $8,554. Now that you are all caught up, if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I do have a goal of reaching 500 subscribers by the end of June. Not so sure I will make it, but I did start the beginning of June, I think with about 349. And as of today, which is Monday, June the 15th, I am sitting at 379. So I did gain quite a few new subscribers, and again, I appreciate everyone who has decided to follow my journey. It is very much appreciated. In today's video, I will be closing out my June Paycheck 1 budget. I did recently start filming closeout budget videos because it is important for me to constantly see where I have done good or well, and where I need to make improvements on my budget, because my journey will be a very long journey. $335,000 worth of debt is not going anywhere anytime soon, even if I were to put both of my houses on the market. That debt would not be gone tomorrow. So part of maintaining a successful journey is to track your expenses, put yourself on a budget, and maintain consistency. And part of a budget includes not only creating them, but closing them out to see what progress you have made and where you may need improvements. So now that I have you all caught up, I have asked you to please consider subscribing to my channel if you have not done so. We will get right into June Paycheck 1 close out. Okay, so this is June Paycheck 1 budget template. This template will become available in my Etsy shop, which I'm hoping to do a grand opening August the 1st. But again, I still do not have a plan that I am comfortable with. As you are aware, I do make changes and review my budget almost daily. And so you will see where I have checked off that payments have come out of my account, or that I have transferred money, or, where the numbers have changed. So just to go over it real briefly, the income I got for the 1st of June was $3,867, and that included my part-time income of $1,763.15. My full-time income of $1,763.15, part-time income of $1,600, and then my other part-time job of $504. I did my routine savings where I pay myself first, and that is in $50 into a Christmas sinking fund, which now has a balance of $700. and I paid myself $100 per pay period, which brought my savings account up to $5,300. At the time that I developed this budget template, the 401k loan was my target debt, and that was sitting at $8,652. However, I decided to go ahead and pay off my dog Charlie. What I owed for him was not included in my debt total because I was not quite sure, because it was a lease, and if you paid the lease at certain amounts of times, you owed a certain amount of money, and I really did not understand it, and it was a stupid financial move that I made very late, and I just purchased him last October, I think, or September. So although I have been on a financial journey for years, unfortunately, I still made a stupid mistake. But I have learned from that mistake, so I do not feel bad at all. Regular expenses or fixed expenses, and most of these expenses are automatically deducted out of my checking account. But it was my Wells Fargo mortgage of $479.47, my second mortgage with the State Employees Credit Union, which was $410, the payment for Charlie, which is $68 twice a month, $136 a month, my phone bill of $84.91. I did owe Lowe's, which was $84.47. My life insurance was $133.26, and I did set up a payment with UNC, which is the hospital medical bill, but I didn't respond in time, so they sent it to collections. I do not pay collections. I'm not going to say I will never pay them, but they are not a priority to me. When I get to them, if they are still on my credit report, then I do plan on paying them off. But right now my focus is eliminating debts that, one, accrue interest, or two, take money from my paycheck. And then I do deduct 10% for taxes from this income, because this is paid as 1099. Variable expenses for the first half of June. My son got a cell phone, so I owed myself $100, and so I paid that. And then I do have to pay to renew my clinical license as a social worker. Cash envelopes. So I went ahead at the 1st of June and I spent $125 on food, on groceries actually. And I really ended up spending $133.56. Gas, I spent $34. Medical is still, I still have the medical. I spent $7, I think, $7.16. Charlie got the whole $20. Eating out, I spent $30. Actually, no. I haven't actually totaled up what I spent out on eating, but it was way over the $38. We went to the beach, and so we ate pizza one day for $34, and then Subway was $28. Then we ate at the mall, and that was another $40. And then my oldest daughter, my husband, and I ate seafood, and that was about $56. So I'm just gonna do the math very quickly over here. I said 34, and then 28, and then 56, and 41. And that is 10, 18, 19, 9, 10, 13, 15. So $159 on food. Offering was $40. I gave myself spending money in the amount of $50, but it went back to my credit card. Beauty was $25. It was $155. What happened here was I had taken $25 before this budget even, the income for this budget even dropped. So I owed $25. I took that and got my eyebrows done. I took the $25 from this cash envelope and I put it back on my credit card, which left me $35. But I went and got my toes done. Before I went to the beach, I went and got my toes done. My baby girl got her toes done. And then I got my eyebrows done. And it ended up being $90. And I tipped $10 for me and my daughter. So that it ended up being $100. And then I have not gone to therapy. So, hey, real quick, I have a goal of reaching 500 subscribers by the end of June. And if you would like to help me reach that goal, you could go and hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Okay, we're gonna go back. So we will add this up.
Plus 34.
So it looks like my cash envelopes, honestly, I don't, oh, okay. They were $515, but they actually ended up coming to, I don't know where. Oh, because the commissions also. I did pay out this commission also, which is $25 to my daughter, $25 to my son, and then $10 to my baby boy. So that's 50. Oh, plus 10. My cash envelopes actually ended up totaling $678.72. And this is why this is important, because it gives me an actual glimpse of what I really spent on these items and whether I need to increase them, erase them, decrease them, or whatever. So I had already said I felt like I needed to go up on groceries, but a budget for groceries will not be in my budget for at least 2 months. And that is because somehow I was eligible for the public school food stamps, and I'm not actually eligible for food stamps, but I think the criteria was that you had to have at least one child who qualified for free or reduced lunch. I don't have any kids who qualify for free and reduced lunch because I do not qualify for any assistance, but my boys do go to a charter school, and the charter school, I think, the charter school that they attend offers free lunch, and I think that is how I got them, because you had to put in your youngest child's birthday, and when I put my youngest child's birthday in, that was the one that they accepted. And him and my oldest son go to a charter school. It's a performing arts charter school. And somehow or another, that charter school offers all the students free lunch. And so I'm assuming that is how I got them. I did try and call the state to make sure this was not an error. And I was on hold for about 67 minutes before I just decided, like, if I have to pay back, I'll just do it that way. So, then as far as travel, I did put the $125 into my travel sinking fund, which had brought my total to $375. But I did take my 2 younger boys to get their passports, and I thought it was $125, but out of $375, I only have $101 left. And so I think I did not account for some fees. It ended up being like $161.25. And so, and then as far as school, I actually have $580 in the sinking fund account, back to school sinking fund account. And that is because, like I said, I took the $500 from my stimulus check for the dependent that I got the $500 for, and I put that up for school. And then I've been putting $40, which is $10 per child. My other three dependents, my other two dependents, my husband got their stimulus payment, and he also put theirs up for back to school. So that is where I'm at. And as far as these numbers down here, so this $38.67.15, that was accurate. The savings was accurate. My expenses were pretty accurate. Sinking funds accurate. The envelopes, although it did come out to $6.78, once I spend the money in my envelopes, so like I didn't have any money for eating out after I paid for the pizza, I just had like the $4 left. And so all of those expenses the remaining of the expenses went on my credit card. The Amex rewards credit card, the only one I have that I use for travel hacking. All of the expenses outside of my envelope go on the credit card, and then I pay it back from the next envelopes if possible, or as much of it back as I can. So this did not decrease this balance. I did end up having $13.54, and so I put $12.14 up, and then I don't think I saved $150. Instead of saving, I put the $150 back on my credit card. So as far as a total, honestly, I don't think I saved the $12.14 either. But at this very moment, I have $1,800, which would have gone to the 401k loan, but is now going to pay off my lease for Charlie, in the amount of $2,108. So when I get June paycheck 2, which is pretty much already developed, and I've already started paying bills, but the video will be coming shortly. I will have the total $2,108 to pay Charlie off, and that will increase my debt snowball from, what is it, 99 plus 99, from 198 to 366. So it'll be 167 twice a month, which will total 366. So this will increase after June 15th. You'll see a new debt snowball payment amount. So that is it for my budget. I definitely see where I need to make some improvements, particularly in eating out. But I really want to make sure that after I pay off Charlie, I'm able to meet the monthly amounts to have my 401k loan paid off by the end of this year. And one of the things I'm considering taking out, in addition to the grocery budget, is the eating out budget, because I feel like the food stamps should last us for at least the summer. And with such a blessing, I really don't think that I would see myself wanting to spend money on eating out. That'll be a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'm just not sure if I want to make my kids make the same sacrifice. So if they would like to eat out, I would like to accommodate that at least once a week. But my other thing is, and then beauty is going to go back down, because I think I shared with you guys in another video, like I only get my feet done. I only get a pedicure once in the summertime, and then I just keep getting my toes changed, my polish changed. And then I don't see myself getting my nails done anytime soon. So that'll probably go back down to like, that'll probably go down to $40, and it'll probably only be once a month. Or it'll go from $110 a month to $50 a month. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that I'll only be paying for a polish change and my eyebrows. And then spend money is probably about to come out until I can get this credit card balance down. I still consider myself to be credit card debt free, and although this Amex card does carry a balance, I've never had a payment due. So like I just made the $453 payment, and I don't have a payment. So the payment amount for July 1st payment is $0. And I will probably have, I definitely will have, I'll keep paying it so that there's never a payment due, which means that I'm never accruing interest. So, and even if there is a payment does become due, it will be paid by the due date again, so I do not have to pay the interest. So that is that for June Paycheck 1 budget. I definitely see where I need to make some improvements. I definitely need to stick to my budgets, which may in turn mean I need to increase them in some categories. So that is where I'm at. I am going to pick you guys back up. So that is it for June Paycheck 1 budget close out. Again, I cannot reiterate enough the importance of closing out your budget just to see exactly the progress you've made and where you can make improvements, where you need to cut some expenses or increase some expenses, because the goal specifically for me is to make sure that there are things that, one, I am accurately accounting for every dollar that I am bringing in and, giving it a task. And two, that I'm able to create enough, to create a budget, a realistic budget to prevent further going into debt. And again, although I am using my credit card, I do not consider myself in credit card debt because I refuse to carry a balance on this credit card. But I still would like to not be using the credit card on purchases that are not included in my budget. So I need to figure out how to either include those purchases in my budget or to gain some more discipline to not make purchases outside of my budget. Comment down below, how do you handle impulsive spending? I am aware that I am an emotional spender, and so I do acknowledge that the past couple of weeks I have been very emotional with everything that's going on, the pandemic and the protests and the movements and police brutality and stuff like that. And I'm actually going through something else very personal, and I'm trying to be very diligent about creating a routine to prevent me from making impulse purchases because of how I'm feeling emotionally. So how do you combat impulsive spending or emotional spending or any type of spending? Even if you don't, go out and make excessive purchases, when what triggers your spending habits or your eating habits? Maybe you don't have maybe you don't do any type of emotional spending, but you do some type of emotional eating. And how do you combat that? Because I am open to all ideas. I do feel like me getting back into an exercise routine, walking outside, is helping. But I need to also be considerate of other options, because on days like today when it's raining, walking outside is not an option. And unfortunately, where I live, we do not have an indoor mall or track where I could walk. So I could easily end up at Target swiping away. So comment down below, how do you handle that? If you have that issue and how you handle that. Thank you so very much for watching. If you are still watching thus far, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Be sure to click the notification bell so that you are made aware of every time I post a video. I have been trying to post, I do make sure I post at least every Wednesday, but I've been trying to do Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday in hopes to meet my goal of 500 subscribers by the end of June. I understand we are halfway in and I'm about 121 subscribers short, but I'm going to continue to strive for that goal. I'm not going to give up today because at the end of June, I know I'm going to be upset that I didn't keep trying. So if you have not subscribed, again, please consider doing so. It would really mean a lot to me. I will make sure to keep you updated on exactly how my Etsy shop grand opening is going and when that grand opening will come. If you have any questions, please make sure you list them down in the comment section below. And if you have not checked out, to all my new subscribers, if you have not already gone back and checked out my budget series, I do have a budget Shirria Mac budget playlist, which really just lists all my budgets. I started documenting my budgets, I think, in March. So you'll see kind of the progress that I have been making since March. And I think my new journey is also in a playlist, and I'm not sure of that, but it will probably be in the end screen coming up shortly. So thank you so very much for watching. Do remember that the debt-free journey is your journey, and it is indeed a journey and not a destination. I will catch you guys in the next video. Please make sure you have a wonderful day, and thank you so very much for watching and all your lovely support. Bye.